Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to hear another chapter in the story of the Israelites, God's people. They had travelled for a long time and they could see the promised land ahead of them. But the Israelites were still in the land of Moab. Now that was part of Balak's kingdom. The people of Moab were terrified because there were just so many Israelites. So Balak wanted to curse them. He sent his men to get Balaam. He said, "Go and get that man Balaam. He knows how to put curses on people. Here, give him this money to make him do it."
Like a bribe?
Yes, exactly. So off they went to see Balaam. But that night, God spoke to Balaam. God told Balaam, "You must not put a curse on those people because they are blessed." The next day, Balaam told Balak's men that God had told him not to go with them. So they returned to Balak alone.
What did Balak do next?
Oh, Balak sent other, much more important princes with even more money than before.
Did that convince Balaam to do what Balak wanted?
Well, he listened to God again, and this time God said, "Go with them, but you must do what I tell you." In the morning, Balaam got on his donkey and he went with them.
Whose instructions was he following, Balak's or God's?
That's a good point. Do we think Balaam is a good man or not? Well, let's see what happened next. 3 strange things happened on the journey, and they all start with the appearance of an angel. First, the angel stood in the road ahead of them. The donkey could see the angel, but Balaam couldn't. So the donkey turned away and off of the road. Balaam beat the donkey to get her back onto the road. Second, the road narrowed between 2 walls, and the angel appeared again. The donkey pressed up against one wall and crushed Balaam's foot. So he beat the donkey again. And then finally, the road became so narrow that when the angel appeared again, there was no room for the donkey to move or turn. So it lay down on the ground under Balaam. And again, he beat the donkey.
I don't like the sound of Balaam.
No, but what happened next is quite astonishing. God opened the donkey's mouth so that he could speak to Balaam. It said, "What have I done to make you beat me 3 times?" Balaam replied, "You have made a fool of me. If I had a sword, I would kill you."
I definitely don't like the sound of Balaam.
No, nor do I, Grace. But God spoke again through the donkey. "I am your donkey, who you always ride. Have I ever behaved like this before?" Balaam replied, "No." And then God opened his eyes to what was happening, and he fell down on his knees in front of the angel. And the angel said, "Why did you beat the donkey 3 times? I am here to stop you doing something foolish, to stop you from cursing the Israelites." Balaam realised that he was a sinner and completely in the wrong. He knew that God was displeased with him, and he offered to return. But the angel of God said, "No, you will carry on, but you will only say what I tell you."
So did Balak get the curses that he wanted?
No, because when he got to see the Israelites, Balaam could only give them blessings instead. Balak was horrified, but Balaam said, "I can only say the words that God puts in my mouth. God has blessed these people and I cannot curse them."
So despite what Balak wanted and planned, God protect his people?
Yeah, he did. Do you think the Israelites knew that God was doing all of this?
No, they had no idea at all.
It's pretty amazing the lengths that God will go to in order to protect his people. And if we are God's people, he will always protect us too, even if we don't know that he's doing it. Thank you for listening.